Good morning, everybody. It is windy and it's just working out my days here. Thursday morning, I'm sitting at New Shea, camped here last night, and what we've got on is a tank of diesel, which means we're up for a bit of a drive. I've got some brake bulk here that goes along with this tractor. This very cool looking 960 TT. It's like a half track. Very cool, very nice. So these crates belong with that. And I am taking that to Geraldton this morning. And when I get there, my pilot will be turning up. We'll wheel this tractor off and we're going to put a header on, Alexian, and we're off across the country. So a bit of a mission, one over, one back. It'll be, 7,000 k's once we're loaded up there. Camped here last night. I park over to the side here at the BP. There's trucks lined up all around there. That's the official parking bay there, but it's not bad here. You miss out on a lot of noise from ice packs and just trucks coming and going generally. They drive past here, but they're not stopping right beside me and putting park brakes on that all night. So yeah, it's a little bit more peaceful here. And you wake up looking out there. This is all being developed more and more every time you come here. There's more land sold. I mean, there's an Ampol over there, there's IOR there. Yeah, it's the urban sprawl, This is all becoming the new industrial area out this way. So more and more businesses are moving out here. But anyway, this is the intersection of the Brand Highway and the Great Northern Highway for those not from the area. So I had some issues with the trailer last night. I somehow managed to break a couple of axle straps, which is something I've never done before, and I'm still not sure. I just saw them dragging underneath and I thought, geez. Ran around town, couldn't get any. Leslie had come down to grab the Hilux for this mission here, this pilot mission. And I ended up sending her up to Welshpool to get them, and I quickly loaded and fueled and chased her up, pulled into the BP at Qdale and repaired it there. And I had a shower and some dinner, and then as soon as curfew was over at 6 o'clock last night, I cruised up here just to get out of town. I've got no Perth left now. I'm heading north on the Brand Highway to Geraldton, so I'll be up there mid-morning, 11 o'clock I reckon, 10, 11. Just waiting on the official sunrise now, which is 5:35 here. Okay, that's enough of me waffling on. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so we've made it to Geraldton. I'm out here in the wind. We have unloaded our 960 TT tractor over there. I've opened the trailer up and we are awaiting a Alexian header combine harvester. That is, they're just giving the final touches on there to clean up. And we're going to load that up and we're going to take it to 3,500 kilometres to Melbourne. So the pilot is en route. I've just had a traffic stop by the transport inspectors. I was fueling up in Donga and they pulled in and they measured and they took all my details, and I showed them all my permits, all my accreditation, and they gave me a gold star, which it's a good sign. It's good to get pulled up and get that seal of approval for them to say very good, keep up the good work. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, and I don't begrudge them anything. Some people curse and swear at them, but at the end of the day, they're trying to keep the industry going, trying to keep it clean, organised, and make sure everybody's playing by the same rules. So they've got a tough job doing what they're doing, and getting attitude from drivers is the last thing they need. If we just do everything as best we can, follow the rules as best we can, there'll be no issues. And yeah, there wasn't today. So they asked me about mixed freight. I had the tractor and had some crates, and they says, oh, what's the deal with mixed freight? But everything's serial numbered. the crates belong with the tractor, they come off the wharf that way. So we just run through things like that with them, talk to them, they talk to you. It's easy, everyone's polite, civil, and yeah, clean bill of health, and we will carry on. They had body cameras on them, so they filmed it, but I was not allowed to, but that's okay. It's all good. We're back on the road as soon as the pilot arrives and we get this header on. We got a big trip ahead of us, so Thursday today. It's going to be late Thursday by the time we get out of here, I believe. And yeah, we'll see how we go. It's going to take easy 4 days to get there, so be a good little drive. I'm going to run out of memory card, I think, but I'll film as much as I can. And I haven't been into Melbourne for years and years and years. Leslie has never been to Melbourne, and yeah, that should make it fun. What could possibly go wrong? We're only 4 metres wide and 5 metres high. Good times ahead. Righto. Okay, much perspiring later. We're loaded. Pilot's here, ready to go. 4 metres wide. It'll be good. I've got the big chains out now. Only had the 10mm ones on the tractor because it was 15 tonne. This being 24. We've got the 1/2 inch chains crossed over at the back. The mirrors are folded in, antennas are off. Lamps are up, trailer suspension is up. Permitted, flagged, signed, let's go. So we're just coming through Carnamar, and there's a giant tractor over here. That's pretty cool. Should really stop and have a look at that. But under the pump here. So you find us here on another trucking about adventure. We come around the corner fully loaded and the axle fell out. So we've just unloaded the machine on the side of the road, and I'm just in the process of pulling that back into place to drop a pin in it so we can get out of Dodge. Alright, I'm going to hit this with a hammer, it may go into the bank. Smiling. Righto. Good morning, everybody. It was a late night last night, and it was not a fun one. Well, it wasn't too bad. So here is a Lexion, and here is a trailer. And as I showed you yesterday, they were together. I've got my gloves on, drinking my coffee here. We had Lexion on the trailer. We've come down to Meekering, cut through, and as we turned onto the main road, just loaded up, and I thought, oh, that's not good. And then I just got going, and lots of blue smoke. So we pulled over, left some big licorice strips on the road. And what had happened is one of the pins locating the front axle had come out. So the whole first axle on the trailer had turned and jammed up underneath. So we had about half an hour of daylight left, so we made a quick decision to offload this, and we had to trundle it down the road. Only a couple hundred metres to get here, maybe 300, and then race back and pack the trailer up, and then took nearly an hour or 2 hours to get the axle back lined up. And it's got a pin holding it now, a tractor pin that we use for towing. That was all I had that would fit in the hole, so we threw that in last night and were able to turn around and come the few hundred metres back here. So when it happened, we were obviously in the live lane of traffic on the Great Eastern Highway, just on dark, so it got pretty exciting pretty quick. But we had some locals come out and help us with a bit of traffic control and that, and number one pilot, she was there doing her best, supplying me with water and stopping me from swearing as much. But anyway, we got it back here, I think about 9 last night, something like that, where we managed to get off the road. I should have been up earlier this morning, but I've run out of puff. It was a very long day. We did a full day's driving, and then that happened. We were looking for the next parking bay to pull up and call it a day. But now I'm ready to start pulling it to bits. the Great Eastern Highway is closed back to Perth, so we need to go and get bits. We've ripped an airbag and things out, but the road's closed, so we can't actually get parts. So it's just not going to plan, but it'll get better. So anyway, I'm just going to drink my coffee and then I'll carry on ripping into it. So this is the good side. This is the side that didn't fall out, and I'm just loosening the bolt, and I don't have the right size socket, but I managed to get it with the shifter. So I'm going to take this with us and replace both sides. So I've got to basically knock this out. So I'll lift the trailer up a bit higher. I'll put some blocks under it, let the pressure off this axle, and if I just grab that camera for a minute, if you have a look over that side there, you'll see, oh, the light, my tractor pin sticking through with the cotter pin through it. Yeah, that's what we used to get the axle in place so we could turn around and get back here last night. And I had, like I say, I got pulled up by the transport inspectors yesterday and everything was just peachy. And yeah, 500 k's later the axle falls out. I don't know what the time is, it's only 6 something, but I am sweating. But anyway, this is the pin that we put in to get us off the road last night. So it's just an old towing pin that we use for shunting machinery onto the trailer. And here is one damaged airbag that we took out. What happened is the axle, so airbag suspension, this is basically the truck suspension, fills up with compressed air and bounces. What happened is the axle moved and the airbag got caught and blew a hole in it, so this is not serviceable. So I've taken that out, even though I'm pretty sure these are just, if I went to the airbag man and said the big bags for BPW axles, he would know the ones. But so what we've got down here is I've taken our pin out both sides, and I've just got a bar holding this side, and I've got a socket extension holding the other side, and the axle's just floating there. So that's just going to hold it in place. I'm going to pack up now and stop sweating for a bit, because I've just been rolling around in the crap. So I'm going to pack this away. Didn't take anywhere near as long as I thought, so not sure if that's a good omen or a bad omen. And out here, looking into the sun, we've got traffic backed up right through. So Great Eastern Highway is closed because of a truck fire. So if we want to leave now, we're going to have to go the long way, but we're going to be taking the mighty Hilux, so that'll be fine. We'll fill up with fuel and we'll take the long way. Righto, let's get into it, eh? I'm too hot for this already. Well, hello. We are still at Meckering. It has been something of an epic 24 hours. So 10 to 7 last night. We rounded the corner off the Geraldton road into Meckering, and we were going to go to the next parking bay. We're going to call it early for the night and just pull up. And yeah, we had a decent day, and we came around the corner. The truck bogged down, like I felt like I dropped a set of wheels into the ditch, and it's like, well, I haven't, because I've rounded that corner 100 times. I know how wide I've got to go. And then I got out onto the straight, put my foot into it, and I just saw clouds of blue smoke. So, sorry, I got sweat running down my face. What had happened was that shiny new bolt right there wasn't there. That whole piece had walked out. We did a little quick stint last night on the side of the road with the camera, and the axle had gone right back. And you don't know if you can see the rubber up there. That's how far back the axle went. Ripped that airbag out, and yeah, we had half an hour before dark, and we were in a live lane on Great Eastern Highway. So it was one of those calls. What do? Do we sit here and, you know, look stupid? We were 500 metres from the roadhouse here, so I quickly made the decision, unchained it all, dropped the ramps, wheeled it off. I got Leslie to pilot me down here. I drove the header down the road. It's not licensed, but we got it off the road, and then I was able to go back and at least close up the trailer so that we weren't taking up quite as much road. And then yeah, then I chained it. As you saw in the video, I was busy lining that back up. I got it back in and put one of my towing pins in the hole, and we were able to drive around the block to get back here. And we've spent all day getting parts, so we've done both sides, new pin in there, and we've checked all the other ones, and yeah, it's late in the afternoon, but we're going to make a mile. Can't stop sweating. It's just 43 or 44 degrees out here, and I've been rolling around under there all day, so I'm pleased to get on the road. Alright, let's get into it. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning. I know what day it is. Today, hopefully, is going to go smoothly. We've had a bit of a rough start to this trip. We should have been well on our way by now, but these things happen. So I left on Wednesday afternoon, loaded in Perth, loaded the tractor up to Geraldton, put the Lexan on that I've got on now, and made tracks for, well, Leslie met me there and we were under escort, and yeah, on our way across the country. But we had some trailer issues, so yeah, yesterday we didn't get going until 4 o'clock in the afternoon by the time I fixed everything up. So yeah, yesterday felt like a bit of a loss, to be honest. It's a bit of a, we've still got 3,000 k's to go, and it just feels like we haven't gotten very far. But we made it to Southern Cross last night, pulled into the roadhouse there, and I needed fuel, and it was heaving. I couldn't get near the AdBlue pump. People were parked in not the best places. They hadn't left me room to even turn around, so I had to do a bit of a manoeuvre to get back out once I'd fueled, so I wasn't real impressed, and we left town, and the first bay is only a kilometre out, and we camped out there for the night. So yeah, we were on the road at first light, which was 20 past 5 this morning, and yeah, making our way, but there's not a lot going on, which is, it's a good thing. We don't need excitement every day and breakdowns and things. Some plain sailing would be good. So I definitely need to get some Windex and give that windscreen a clean, amongst other things. But yep, we'll keep you updated as we go along. But yeah, I didn't do a lot of filming yesterday. We only drove for 3 hours last night before we ran out of daylight. Yeah, and it was hot. It was 40, I think it was 44 meckering when I was repairing the trailer, and it just stayed that hot. We parked up at Southern Cross last night. It was dark and the temperature was still saying 37, so had the ice pack running all night, which I hardly ever do. The noise keeps me awake, but we're in a roadside base, so every truck that went past bloody rocked our one, and yeah. So there could be an afternoon nap today, which is good. I like an afternoon nap, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I think it's going to be warm. Anyway, all the tyres were facing the right direction this morning, so that's a good thing. Everything's still tight under there. I got under and rolled around this morning in the dark with my torch, and yeah, everything's looking better than it did the other day, that's for sure. So we'll keep an eye on it, but I think we'll be okay. I'm still not sure how it happened. I've had 2 trailer issues in 2 days or 3 days. The axle straps that go under the axle are broken on the second axle, and I've never broken one before. I don't know how they get broken, but I just happened to spot them dragging on the ground. So I replaced them, and then the next day the first axle lost the pin out of the front hanger, and again, I've never had that happen. And like, I'd just been pulled up by the transport inspectors, they've been over, they were happy, and that happens. So yeah, quite strange. I don't know what's going on, but I did go under it twice yesterday when I was fixing it, and just went over things. I checked bolts, I checked U-bolts, I checked all the hanger pins, and everything's fine. So I don't know, but anyway, we'll be fine. Righto, we'll carry on driving into the sun. So we've just turned 10 minutes ago, we've turned the corner at Norseman, and we are now out on the Eyre Highway heading towards the South Australian border. I don't think we're going to get there tonight. It's 9 hours from here, and it is 10 o'clock in the morning, so there's just not enough daylight hours, but that's okay. Obviously, if we were travelling at 100 kilometres an hour, we would make it easy, but we are going 70 to 80. It's pretty hot out there, so just trying not to stress anything too much and running a bit slow and keeping things a bit cooler. But I think we'll leave this first part of the video here. I'll make it into 2 or 3 parts because yeah, we've already filmed a fair bit with what's happened with the trailer. Unfortunately, missed all that action, but yeah, it was one of those times where I had to get the machine off the road, I had to get the trailer off the road. It was getting dark, and it wasn't a situation to be stopping and filming and talking. So yeah. Anyway, we will leave it there for now, and we will pick up on the next one as we travel across the country. Righto, thank you.